Inside Boxing's Throwdown. I'm Aurelio Martinez, and we're going to finish this this week's kind of filler shows since we didn't have a whole lot going on this weekend. Take advantage of this to kind of talk a little bit about some of the, we'll call it the come on mans that are happening. And the first one we're going to talk about is George Foreman, Big George, okay? By now, I'm sure every boxing fan out there has seen on Facebook, Twitter, or just on websites, boxing websites throughout all over the place, where George Foreman has called out Steven Segal in a no bars match. In other words, in quote, what he says is he can do anything he wants, meaning he can kick, he can do whatever he wants, and he'll box. And George Foreman will box, okay? And he challenged him to a 10-round bout. Now, come on, George. I mean, what could have ever happened to transpire this challenge? I mean, George got to be in his 60s, okay? I mean, he's in his 60s. Steven Seagal's got to be right behind him somewhere, okay? So, I don't care what you were in your heyday of boxing, plus George Segal, well, he was basically an actor. He was, of course, very highly trained in martial arts, in his style of fighting. But yet, he's also old now. Now, you ex-fighters like myself, okay? You know darn well you get in there, you're not going to be able to fight 10 rounds. Okay? It's not going to happen. And it's very questionable if you can even get yourself and your body into that kind of shape to go 10 rounds. Okay? So, you have to wonder, what could it be? You'd hate to think that George Foreman needs money. I mean, obviously he made all the money he can on during his boxing career, with fighting as a heavyweight, you know, fighting Ali, Ron Lyle, and a bunch of big fights where he had to have made some real decent money. Then, after boxing, you know, he got the contract with the Foreman grills. With the grills would sell millions, maybe even $1 billion grills. I mean, so obviously he made tons of money there. So I would hate to think that he's in a position where he needs money, that he has to come out and get back into the squared circle. Can't believe it. I haven't seen anywhere where Steven Seagal has even acknowledged the challenge. So obviously he's just taking it as the joke that it really is. I mean, and it's not going to happen. But come on, George. Come on, George. It's not going to happen, and nobody's going to pay to see that fight. You can put it on free TV, but I even don't think the networks are going to pay you a decent purse to put that show on. Plus the fact, if one of you guys ends up having a heart attack in the ring, that's going to be a heck of a liability. So I don't look forward to seeing that fight. But when I read it, I just had to chuckle. It kind of tickled me, and all I can say is, come on, man, come on. But anyhow, I wanted to get that out because I got a good tickle out of that. Anyhow, we're going to talk a bit about these upcoming fights, the Canelo Alvarez and Triple G. I guess they are making head movement. They're making movement into securing the rematch. Okay, now this is kind of another come on man for me, because they're talking about it'll be next year Cinco de Mayo weekend, okay, which would be May 5th. I believe that falls on a Saturday, so I'm sure they're going to take that date and they're going to secure that date for the rematch. But here's the thing, none of them can have an interim fight, okay? And I believe that came from Canelo's side, the De La Hoya side, is that they'll do the rematch, but one of the stipulations is that neither fighter can have an interim fight. In other words, I really don't know what their thinking is. Well, yeah, I do know what their thinking is. They're thinking Triple G is a little older now, and keep him out of the ring. Ring rust is going to set in a little quicker and a lot harder than Canelo, who's still relatively young and can stay in shape. So I think that's where they're thinking may be. They're trying to catch. They know Triple G is getting old, so now if they keep him inactive for a year, they can see that only being to their benefit. So a little bit of a come on there. You guys go ahead and write me at InsideBoxing.com. Write it, editor at InsideBoxing.com. Give me your thoughts on that. Give me your thoughts on this fight. Are you looking forward to the rematch? How you think the fight will come out? I mean, obviously, a lot of people felt that there was a big robbery in the first one, including myself, yours truly. I felt Triple G won the fight. Will it be a repeat of the first fight, or do you think Canelo will prevail this time and Triple G will get older, or do you think Triple G will be able to finish where he left off, but only in better fashion, not leaving the fight up to the judges? So there you go, guys. Give me your thoughts so we can bring that up next week when my co-host is back with me, and we can talk a little bit about it. So that's going to do it for this week. Just a couple of filler shows for you guys to do it. We'll take your calls. We'll take your questions. We'll answer them on future shows. But let us know. Boxing fans out there, we love you. We want to give you what you want, and we're going to do everything we can to give you the boxing that we want. Here at Inside Boxing, we started from the ground up over a decade ago, and we're still kicking. And don't let us get that break. Don't let us get that break where we get the national TV behind us. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. And until then, keep them hands up, baby.